Yo guys, Team Vilar is back with another video courtesy of 41games.ca. Go to their site, they have everything you're looking for. If you are buying Yu-Gi-Oh singles, you can use code TeamVLR at checkout and you'll get 10% off. Today I have a very special deck profile from a Team VLR associate. You may recognize him. Daniel, what did you end up doing this last weekend?
I got top 32
Hey,
at YCS Pittsburgh.
hey, with what deck, may I ask?
Lunalight.
Nice, good stuff, brother.
Yeah.
Congrats. Well,
you.
ready for a deck profile, right?
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
You ready to get into it?
Yeah,
Let's do
absolutely.
it. What are we starting off with?
Alright, so obviously we're gonna start off with the engine.
Let's do it.
So 3 Gold Leo, 3 Sheep, 3 Kaleido Chick. These are the main cards you play with. And the whole point of this deck, when you start off, is to dump the Silver Hound. I'm playing 2 copies of it. I'll talk about the ratios in a sec, actually.
Taking a dump.
And then, and then Fractal to help with that dump. And then for the one-offs, the Bird, the Martin, the Tiger, and the Wolf.
The Pendres.
So obviously you play 3 Leo. He's the best starter, gets you everything going, and can help with alternate lines as well. Helps trigger Martin easier as well, and helps just to get dead cards out of your hand if you're in that scenario, like like a Black Goat. A little spoiler there, etc. So with some of these ratios, it's a lot of player preference. I've seen builds playing 1 Sheep, 1 Hound, like 2 Sheep. I've seen builds play 2 Martin. So I just find that the engine is very strong. Having it in a large amount, just you can push through so much. And especially when people, so board breakers, you're not worried about at all.
Sure.
So when it comes to hand traps, as long as you have a handful of engine, you don't really care about any of these hand traps.
Right.
I've had games where I would get hand trapped like 2-3 times and I would still end on Liger, Baguska, SP, right? Because I just want to draw engine. I even side into more post side.
Sure.
Now I'm only playing 2 Fractal in the main just because number wise, I play with the other starters. It works out to a good number. Even statistically speaking, I'm really happy with the numbers of the way I'm drawing engine. Plus going second, also you're gonna have cards like Fuba to help draw into more as well.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm really happy with this ratio. The only thing I would consider cutting possibly is the Silver Hound.
Really?
Yeah, maybe I will play 1 because I do have a set side pattern, and this is one of the cards that's always coming out, going second, obviously.
Sure.
Because it is nice to hard draw it and then be able to discard it. Makes Leo another free search, or if you have Luna Fusion going second, it makes it that much better. Or even just a poly with this is really strong.
Yeah, because it's a name, right?
And yeah, exactly. It's a name. It has a good discard effect, and even going second, just having this engraved makes Kaleido Chick a much larger threat, because as soon as it dumps a fusion, Hound's a negate for whatever
Spell
they
and
might
trap,
have.
right?
Yeah, and in
Nice.
this kind of format, it's very relevant, right? Like against Draco Tail, you have all their traps. Yummy has surprise.
Yep.
Mitsu has
Ritual.
even purification you can negate because it's not a counter, right?
Ooh.
It's like all these things, right? So even if you don't really get to negate going second that often, just the sheer presence of it, the threat of it being there already makes them want to play the lock with.
Sure.
I don't know, it's debatable. I am playing over 40, so I think it could be easily cut, but it do really help with side patterns as well, I will say.
I mean, it did work. You got the top 32.
Yeah, it did work for me. Yeah,
So-
that's true. There were definitely times where I sided 1 out, and then post side, I would be in weird situations where the second one would be nice. So yeah, it's a debatable thing.
Sure.
But yeah, Martin, I don't think you should play more than 1 of, because similar to Hound, it is nice to draw and be able to trigger it, but I just never found I needed more than 1, to be honest. Emerald Bird, I think, is a really good extender. It makes Masquerade more valuable, makes Foolish Burial more valuable, and a lot of people always try and prioritize getting rid of Chick, but if you have even 1 extender to help get this engraved, that just becomes so irrelevant. Again, more engine just plays through more things.
Sure.
And yeah, 1 Wolf for the Miracle Fuse to dump to summon the Liger, and then 1 Tiger. You really don't need more. I'm only ever searching this when I already have other things, or I'm trying to push with rank 4s, but that's generally going second, and it's very easily accessible.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I think 3 Sheep is mandatory. Like I don't. Polymerization in this deck is the best extender you can ask for.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, like once a poly resolves, the game is almost over essentially because you get so much value out of it. You get your perfume search, which not only revives their body, you can search.
Yeah.
Perfume can help abuse Kaleido Chick, Sheep itself. Even if you have multiples of it, when it itself is fused away, it adds another name from hand. You can discard it if you have too many to just add another name from grave. I've even been in awkward situations where I would scale Wolf, they would get something to pop it goes face up extra deck, you fuse away the Sheep, it adds it back from the extra deck face up.
Awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, I think Sheep is really good. Yeah. and 2 Chick I think is really good. It's unfortunately doesn't do anything on its own, but you do need 2 just to have another name in deck if they do disrupt the one. It's still very important.
Sure.
So that's for the Luna engine. One quick side note as an honorary mention for Fractal, there is a Lunalight level 3, I don't remember the name, but whenever it hits the grave by card effect, that one can summon a Luna from hand.
Oh.
So it does give Fractal more value, something I did consider. I don't think it is worth it, but it is something to keep in mind.
Is it the Fox, you think?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. Because the thing is, Fractal can only dump the Silver Hound. So, also another reason why I'm not maining 3 of this.
Take a dump.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do. So that's for the main Luna engine in terms of spell
Monster.
starters and extenders.
Yeah.
I played 3 Perfume. I'm playing 2 Tanky. Let's prioritize this one actually. And Poly, Luna Fusion, 3 Masquerade, and then the Foolish package. So I think when it comes to Perfume, I've seen that some lists play 2, and I could get the idea behind it. It doesn't do anything on its own, but I just think that's wrong because drawing it with so many cards makes it a starter. Like if you so many times, I'll have just Perfume and something like Sheep in hand. You pitch Sheep, get what's called Poly to hand, and then Perfume revive the Sheep, banish, get a name, and then you can start playing from there. And then even if you get disrupt on whatever you search, you still have 2 Luna names with Poly in hand. Right?
It's true.
It's another good discard. It's revival. It helps to push. I think it's just incorrect to not play 3.
No, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and even something like Chick dump a name that revives with Tiger. It's just so good. For Tanky, playing 2 of these. So essentially, a lot of builds play with the ratios of the Tanky and Fractal. So with Tanky, I'm playing 2 because if I would rather draw the Fractal over this, so then I can still summon Tiger King and get the search, right? Not exhausted. It is the worst starter just because it's the most susceptible to interrupts and to draw.
Drooling like bird?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Even though draw isn't really a problem for this deck.
Yeah, is that what your opinion is? It wasn't super relevant at the YCS?
No. There was one game I had where I got drolled, but in that hand I didn't have much engine,
Sure.
so I wasn't really able to end on too much, and even then I lost that game because of my own misplays. Like I just didn't sequence things correctly. So droll is very much not a relevant card because even the Chick dumps, and again Sheep can add back from grave, Leo can add back from grave. There's so many ways around it.
Sure.
And it's also not hard at all to just hard summon a Liger, just Poly, and your body's on board.
And sometimes that's enough, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so it makes again just Tiger King better. Overall your draws are better, and then when you're going second and you have all these starters in hand, it's it can just give you whichever name you need. For Poly, like I mentioned earlier, Poly's easily the best extender in the deck. Like this card is broken. Once you
Begs the question, why only 1?
Because as broken of an extender it is one of the weaker cards to draw, especially considering how many cards I already played that don't do much on their own by themselves.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate the idea of multiple of those, but in builds that play heavy Poly, not this one, but in builds that can function as a Poly as well. So there's a mix and match. And also Luna Fusion is another way to search a Poly for when you need to. So access is easy. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of heavy poly, so you're
Yes.
not running it. You've just confirmed that.
Yeah,
What's your reasoning behind that?
because I don't have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
On to the next card.
Yeah, no, 100% play heavy poly if you have it. That card's Exodia. It's an auto win as soon as you resolve it. I just purely just didn't have it. Like ratios you can debate on, but for the most part, you have to play one at least with thrust.
Yeah, literally ban worthy in my opinion.
It doesn't encourage anything healthy. Really. Like, it's like, the definition of ignorance.
Yeah.
You know, like even on stream, if anybody watched, I remember I was watching one of the rounds. The guy just activated into a full board and just wins on the spot.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, like
That's not fair.
It's so broken. I'll play heavy poly if you have it.
Yeah.
But for budget heavy poly, I do have the Luna Fusion. Like this card is crazy.
Budget with the ulti tanky right there, mind you.
Yeah. That's from back in the day, so it's a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luna Fusion is broken as well. It's very, very easily searchable. You even go in second, like I might not even prioritize Hound. I'll usually try and search a Martin off the Leo and like always threaten this card because it also forces them into a lot of awkward plays.
Sure.
And it makes them save any negates they might have for this.
Sure.
But then everything else just goes through. Like
Exactly.
It's so good. And even if you can summon a Liger off this, even something as simple as resolving this with using any name in hand and then sending a Silver Hound from deck to grave is still so much value.
Correct, yeah.
Right? Yeah, so yeah, that card's really good. And what's really nice about this as well is with anytime you play against something like K9 or Draco Tail, sometimes they'll play on your turn, Luna Fusion's live.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really broken for that. I'm playing 3 Masquerade.
Broken card.
Yeah, this card is crazy. Well, what's really nice, it also just helps to recur card advantage because it can add back poly, and with the amount of you discard, that is actually pretty valuable.
Sure.
All obviously just a foolish for any name as well. It's a free card for Martin to bounce. Don't underestimate the value of that. And also in scenarios where you do get drolled, and you know, sometimes I'll actually prioritize my sheep search for poly before anything else and then start playing. So in those cases, and you get drolled, Masquerade can still act as a Miracle Fuse, right? Because you add back the poly, pitch, and becomes Miracle Fuse. So just another way to just eliminate droll as an issue, pretty much.
Sure.
Yeah, really good card, not much else to say about them. And then for the Foolish package, 3 goods, 1 OG. This is just like another Masquerade minus the name, essentially. And then for the goods, dumps the Perfume, dumps the Serenade Dance. I do play Black Goat as well. Dumps that against Yummy. That's really, really strong.
3 wasn't cloggy?
No, so going second, I would usually side one out.
Sure.
But other than that, like not particularly. Like I play enough variance, so to say, and even if you do draw multiple, again, you're always looking for discards in this deck anyway, so it's really not the end of the world.
Sure.
But I do side out a second one for that reason, just because like you're going second, right? Full will resolve. Like you're having so many cards in hand, every card needs to be live when playing to a board.
Yeah.
And Serenade Dance is broken. And this card guys sends for effect, so you guys can still trigger. So it's a really, really strong engine. Like this, I was happy with all the ratios here. I don't want to change anything about this.
Nice.
Other than maybe adding heavy poly. And then for the non-engine, it's gonna be the Call By, the Talents, 3 Fua, 3 Forbidden Chalice. I'm playing 2 Thrusts, 3 Super Poly, and then the 1 Black Goat. So Black Goat I actually originally cut, but I really did want to main thrust. So going first, you have a good target to set off of it. Yeah,
Sure.
like calling, even just setting it and calling Snatchy is actually very, very relevant.
Trust me, I know that.
Yeah, like it's not too great against other matchups in that aspect. So I guess I'm like Draco Tail, for example, or K9, I would side these out going first.
Listen, Black Goat, even if you're not halting their entire turn, you can interrupt the play. You know, someone from hand off Jokel, you can just stop that.
Yeah,
right?
like it's still valuable.
It's versatile.
Yeah, it's still valuable
Yeah.
for that, and it still is good. Like that's why game 1 you do still have that aspect. You know, just post site you can find better things.
Sure.
Good discard, good send off, foolish. Like playing second into Yummy You play again. I'll try to play a lot of engines, so goods isn't always necessary to start your combo. So you dump a black gold, you can call Snatchy. That cuts off all their synchro lines.
Sure.
On your turn, right?
Yeah.
Really good. And then 3 Fua is the best. I don't think I would ever play a deck without Fua. I think it's a very strong Fua deck as well. Again, going back to the idea of a lot of engine, this card helps to reiterate that.
It gets scary, man, because if they know you're on Lunalight, they'll be actually very reluctant to summon.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that's names.
Not only is it names, but most importantly, it's heavy poly in your hand.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm not playing it, but my opponents
threat,
don't know that.
The threat is real.
Like, I actually had a Yummy player who self-drolled so that I can't draw anymore and ended on a much mediocre board.
Yeah.
And after we were done with the game, I just hear him speaking to his friend. He was speaking Spanish. I didn't know what it was about, but
Espanol.
Yeah, but he just kept going up. He was like, no,
Maze of Muertos.
No, heavy poly. And then we were talking about it. He's like, I can't even let you get to heavy poly. It's too broken. I'm like, yeah, it is, dude. You can't. Like, once I resolve it, I win. Like, you can't let it resolve.
He just said heavy poly in like a pure English accent, like not even any twang on it. Just heavy polymerization.
Yeah, heavy. The voice dub. So yeah, Fu is absolutely broken. I playing talents and call by no need to explain that, obviously. Really good going second in this format as well, which is very valuable.
How was Super Poly?
So Super Poly, I really like Super Poly.
Really?
Yeah, like it unfortunately didn't draw it as often as I would have liked, but in those scenarios that I did prepare for and the few times it did come up, very, very few times.
Game winning, right?
But to an extent. But there were situations where I was already so far ahead it didn't matter, but it was there for the exact situations that I planned it for, right?
Sure,
so like against Yummy, you fuse away their Herald of Arclight, which is their biggest threat on the board. Once you get rid of Herald, it feels like your whole deck's unlocked.
Yeah.
So yeah, it takes Herald and a name. Against Mitsu, it's still solid, right? Because depending on how they end their board, you can still take away their IP, or if it's just Mitsu names, maybe you can turn off a purification. Like, still makes them think about their plays.
Yeah.
Also summoning something like a Mud Dragon, and you call Dark, all of a sudden against something like, again, Yummy.
Target protection.
Yeah, against, you call Dark, and they can't, all their interrupts are gone, essentially. Right?
Their interaction is all targeting. They
yeah,
don't have
they only have, what's his face? The blow up Mitsu. The name's eluding me for some reason.
Murakumo?
Yeah, Murakumo. Yeah. That's like really the only thing they'll have.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also what I really like about this, I wanted as much non-engine that's just as good going first and second. So what's really nice about Super Poly, so the smart players, the ones on any impulse decks, what they'll do is they'll hold impulse for the poly, right? Because what that means is if you cannot poly, you can't even overlay because your body summon off Silverhound locks you into Lunalights.
Sure.
You lose out on the poly, which means you lose out the Perfume Dancer and the Perfume spell. And unless you have a way to get Luna Fusion to hand, which at that point in the combo is very, very difficult, you're kind of fucked, right? Whereas with this, if you have Super Poly and they impulse your regular poly, you can just Super Poly your own 2 monsters and continue as if nothing happened. So it's another way to play through something like that. All the other hand traps I wasn't worried at all about. But something like Impulse is a very relevant spot there. So yeah, good. I think excellent board breaker. If your deck can play it, I think you should. And and again, it gets discards out of the hand as well, like Perfume, Serenade Dance, Goat, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, it gives you like even sometimes Garura, easy link off into an SP, deal something else, draw a card,
For sure.
get recuperated for that, right?
Talents?
And yes, so talents, I originally didn't even want to play, but since I was maining the thrust, I did want that.
Kind of got it.
Yeah, I wanted that option to be able to search it. And yeah, talents, of course, it's a 1-up, so like how often are you getting it? But it is really good. Like whenever I had it, like it just, it was so strong.
Nice.
2 thrusts, just because that's not the kind of card I want to see going first. I want to draw into it off Fua and possibly for turn.
Sure.
And then with the cards that it would search, there's already a myriad of ways to get to them, whether it be Luna Fusion or the Black Gold, or
you mean goods for the Black Gold, right?
sorry, good. Yeah. Sorry, just lost my chain of thought there. But yeah, there. Yeah, drastic. It's just essentially another 2 copies of most of these cards rather than 3 copies of itself.
Yeah,
if that makes
that
sense.
also happens to work going first, is what you're saying. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, exactly. And then Chalice, same idea as Poly is good going first and second, right?
Correct.
Going first if they summon Ripper, if they summon Arthelion. I don't think there's anything else to be worried about. Oh, Retaliating Sea,
Correct. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Retaliating Sea as well. So this card hits all of that, and then going second, you just wait for them to use whatever, and then you stop them, right, without
Sure.
having to worry about it.
Sure.
You could play Droplet, but the thing is, you already discard so much.
Yeah.
Droplet takes out a little too much, I find.
Plays harder into Herald as well, right?
Yeah, and also that's another thing as well. Yeah, Droplet can lose hard to Herald as well. But yeah, I really liked Chalice. The 400 attack boost actually comes up sometimes. Like I've had a few situations where it did come up.
Plus the tanky boost, you got a beat stick there, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, dude, that 500 boost, it's a game changer.
For sure.
So yeah, Chalice I actually really liked. And I tried to do a more hand trap oriented build. I don't think it's good at all in that one, but in this kind of build, I actually really like Chalice.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and then also, speaking of other standard cards I would normally play, Impulse.
Oh yeah, absent.
No, there's no Impulse in this deck for the same reason. I simply just didn't have it.
But if you do have it,
If you do have it, play it. Like
Okay.
half the reason to play this deck is because it's an Impulse deck,
Yeah.
and the other half is because it can resolve heavy poly.
sure.
Yeah, like,
Both of which you're not playing.
Yeah.
So truly, that's a testament to your top 32. It's actually a
like-
marvelous feat.
Yeah. I would like to think so. Everybody was hyping me up. They're like, oh, it's a great thumbnail, budget Lunalight.
The most
Like,
honest, true, like little light player.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And so like definitely play Impulse and heavy poly. If I did have Impulses and heavy, honestly, it would just be a different deck, different build, a completely different approach.
You'd be a
right?
different person. You would be like Eagle.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would be an Echo Fighter of my former self. So yeah, that's the deck. It's a total of 45 cards in the main deck.
Sure.
So like I said, I did want to prioritize a lot of engine.
Yeah.
With that logic, why not play 40? So what is nice is something like Goods can function as engine and non-engine.
Yeah.
It's not the best non-engine, mind you, but it's still really good. Thrust, similar idea. And then Afua, as soon as you get one draw, already replaces itself. So, like going first, it's still a brick. It sucks, but
And that's 8 cards right there. So you're basically playing 37.
yeah, it's like through like a real reach. That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
But so post side, I take out more engine obviously when I'm going second, and then for going first, I side in 2 more. So and then again, if you put the numbers into the hypergeometric calculator, they still work out. Like it's maybe 1% or 2 if I remember difference. So
Mathematician.
for the card value I was able to fit in here, I would take that trade any day.
Sure.
Yeah. And then on to the extra deck.
Sure.
Obviously, the whole reason we play this deck is the 2 Liger, 2 Leo Dancer to go with that. And then I'm playing 3 Perfume as well. And then the 1 Saber Dancer. These are all my Luna fusions I play.
You a big fan of dancing?
Yes. Well, I am. Come on. And so, 3 Dancer. It's not necessary at all. But it is a nice card to just dump for free sometimes if you need to with Chick. It's again, like sometimes you just want to be able to resolve a poly for any niche scenarios to just keep extending, and this is just obviously the easiest thing to go into.
Sure.
2 Liger, 2 Leo Dancer, like 3 is not necessary. Like, if any deck can out 1, they're never adding the second one.
Sure.
Is the thing.
True. Lava Golem? Question mark.
Dude, if they got it, kudos to you, man. And then a Saber Dancer, I think I've used this effect once, but
I don't even know what it does, to be honest.
Okay, so really ignore all that text and focus on the fact that you can banish him from your grave, target a Luna you control, boosted by 3k.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So you can boost him to 68 and he attacks twice.
Sure.
So...
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like it's... what it is really is just the best value dump for Liger when you pop.
Yeah, because it does something.
Yeah, exactly. And I have seen builds that play a Panther Dancer and some other guys. You could, like, some people say it's like a budget Liger.
Sure.
I mean, like, unless something like Cherries is so prevalent or like very much there's Luna hate, I never found any of them to be of use. And to be honest, if there's that much hate against Luna, I don't think the deck's worth playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It shines being that rogue option, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like I had quite a few matchups where people like sometimes they would have like the Link 3 Gorgonzola guy.
Gorgonzola.
Yeah. Right, like sometimes they would have that, and even getting to that is such a pain.
Yeah.
And then other people were like, "Yeah, I just chose not to respect Luna."
Yeah.
It's
that's what I used to do. Yeah. Just don't
like,
respect it.
Like it is one of those decks. Sometimes like, you know what? If I play against it, I'll just maybe have something on my side. Some people didn't have anything on their sides.
No, yeah, it is what it is. I'll take the loss. Basically.
Exactly. Yeah. And like this is where the deck shines.
Sure.
I believe. I was really happy with this. I wouldn't change this. If you really want, you can cut a third perfume for something else, but I didn't find the need.
Sure.
Like, I know there's the rank 6 as well. I don't know, maybe call me a bad player, call me whatever. I just don't see the lines for it, the point. Because like just adding random cards from grave to hand when you're that deep into your combo and doing well, just seems unnecessary, really.
Well, the playmat's a testament to you're not a bad player, so we can at least confirm that much.
In this case, the exception. These are the Luna Fusions.
Sure.
Then for the Xyz, it's Tiger King, Dugaris, and Baguska.
Oh, you did Baguska dirty like that.
I know, and he's MVP too. So yeah, Tiger King, I didn't summon too often, but again, he's good. Like, when you're playing, or like Super Poly gives you Mud Dragon as a free level 4 body, right?
Sure.
It gives you that option there as well.
Yeah.
And in very niche scenarios, when there's like a lot of protection on the field, for example, and you can't Liger destroy everything, you just summon Tiger King to negate everything, and then you can Liger clear. Like I had a game where that came up.
Nice.
But yeah, obviously main thing is tanky. Then Dugaris is insane. It's another cross sheep if you need it, right? Revive the Kaleido Chick. If you're already so far ahead, you can just summon him to try and draw non-engine to make your board even stronger.
Yep.
When your hand is weak, you can draw and then get rid of dead cards. And then it's so strong. Dugaris is mandatory in this deck. Pretty much almost any rank 4 deck, I think, should play Dugaris.
Really?
If you extra deck, unless there's a lot of other cards that take priority, like this is just such an incredible card. And then Baguska is Baguska, obviously.
So the question everyone's thinking, how many times did you end on Liger Baguska SP?
Almost every time I went first. The only times it didn't happen is when they had multiple hand traps.
Sure.
And my hand wasn't great.
Yeah.
Because again, like if I'm drawing like minimum 3 engine cards, it just plays through so much, and sometimes you'll have like 5 engine cards in hand. They'll have like 3-4 interrupts, right? Like with their regular engine plus their hand traps or whatever they may have. Like, it's just so strong. So, and yeah, Baguska with a Liger is just, dude, that is,
Honestly, it tilts me a little bit because, like I said, I don't respect Lunalight most of the time. So whenever you guys get a Liger out, I'm like, okay, the game's done. You don't need to summon Baguska. You don't need to summon SP.
Yeah.
I already lost, dude.
Like that's the thing. Like even if they did have a way to out the Liger, that just outs their outs essentially.
Yeah. True.
And then yes, so this and whether
except Gorgonzola, unfortunately, but
but even getting to Gorgonzola with no monster effects, good luck, dude.
True.
It's not gonna be rape and cheese by that point. And. Like there were definitely times where I made 2 Liger where really I should have just made 1 Liger, 1 Baguska. Like that combo is just seal your face.
It's a delinquent duo, some would say.
It really is. Yeah. It really is. Like Baguska is so strong, and even again in those cases where your hand isn't great and they do have the hand traps or whatever the situation may be, ending on a Baguska pass, sometimes they just can't deal with it.
I know, man.
Right? Like against Yummy, what are you doing?
Against Flu? Come on.
Against Flu? Oh my God, bro. Against Flu is
the best feeling in the world.
And then for the last few cards, it's the Sheep Little Knights. This is just part of combo.
Yeah.
And then obviously SP is really good just for helping to clear things.
I love sheep.
And good end piece. And then the 2 Super Poly targets here.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, side deck, right?
Yeah. So for side deck.
Yep.
I wanted to focus on a lot of hand traps, so that I can have the option if need be, because the way I built my deck was very much to beat Yummy and Binsu. I would side very, very little for that deck.
Yeah.
And then for something like Draco Tail, I had respect for that deck only in the side. I think that deck is honestly a buy for this deck.
Cheese.
So I just found cards that were good generically and then really good into Draco Tail as well.
Sure.
Yeah, it was Yummy Mitsu that I think was the biggest threat.
Which
biggest
is the
thing
correct assumption to make.
yeah, of course. Yeah, or any like just Yummy Mitsu and then variants of that.
Sure.
So it's gonna be 3 copies of Bell.
Stops the trap, starts Othelion if
Yeah.
they ruin the chain link.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bell, Ash, like these are virtually the same cards in the
sure.
Draco Tail matchup.
For sure.
Unless I draw multiple, I'm always holding these for my turn.
Yeah.
Ash is slightly better just because it can stop the seals to prevent them from locking you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, whether it be with the Drago or the Sanctifier to give you the blue eyes, whatever it be. But overall, yeah, like these are insane into that matchup. And then obviously against something like Pure Mitsu, these are significantly better as well as opposed to my board breaker approach.
Yeah.
And then obviously Ash is mandatory for signing and going first against their Moltramis.
Sure.
Which I will admit I was pretty lucky with drawing Ash against their Fuwas. There was still plenty of games where they drew a million cards, but
it happened enough times where it mattered, right?
Yeah. And also against the times it did get to resolve with Draco's Tail, so I didn't care anyways. And then,
you're honest. Honestly, people would just be like, "No, I never." They always fooled me. You're just straight up saying sometimes you get lucky. You know, that's just the game.
I mean, something like that's definitely an aspect you need.
Yeah.
Obviously, I still have plenty of games where
you outplayed your
sometimes
opponent.
I bricked or my opponent did outplay me or like whatever the situation may be. But overall, like I think it was a mix of good hands with good play.
Sure,
I will say.
Sure.
And then 3 draw because this is really the only card alongside the Dark Rulers that I would side into Mitsuyami because going second, I have a very strict side out pattern where I would take out one Masquerade, one Foolish Goods, one Silverhound, one Fractal, one Tanky.
Jeez.
And then usually, honestly, like it's not for the 6 cards. It's not a great reasoning, but like that's kind of vibe based on like if they have a unique build or anything or like a non-engine that I don't think is as valuable. So these are the cards that are coming in. Again, Dark Ruler, you just want to stop Herald. That's the most important thing.
True.
And then these also coincide to stop any canine variants. Those are pretty scary as well.
Pretty crazy end boards if you want to.
Yeah. The end boards are insane.
Yeah.
I think a combination of one of these or a Fua plus a strong non-engine is enough to crack them. Because again, if you can resolve a Luna Fusion, that's just so much, right? And yeah, and then obviously any other random matchups it might have come up in.
Sure. And even though you're an OTK deck, like honestly, as soon as you get a Liger on the board, that's game without even dealing damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah.
Especially once Liger hits, that means you've already baited out a bunch of things. They used a bunch of resources, and Liger clears their board.
Yeah, damage or no damage you want. Like that's all you need to do.
Yeah. And then for the last 3 cards is Judgment, Tanky, and Fractal.
Interesting.
Yeah. So post side, when I go first, I'm playing 3 Fractal, 3 Tanky.
Yeah.
So 2 more starters, just making sure I can always play because really the only way I'm losing going first is if I brick. Like I really shouldn't be losing otherwise, even if they draw all the hand traps.
Sure.
Like I had a Malice player actually against me. He resolved. I did Ash's Fua, but he also had Retaliating Sea and Impulse on top of it, and I still was able to play through it and he scooped regardless.
Nice.
Granted, I lost the match, but I won that game. And so, yeah, it's just so important to just have engine, and then Judgment, just because.
Side out for the thrusts, I assume.
Depending on the matchup, like again, if it's something like anything Yummy based, I'm always keeping the thrust package in. But otherwise, then Judgment just comes out. It was essentially the final, because I noticed I was just usually with the way I wanted to side out, I always had 3 cards in almost every matchup that I could just put in. So and I was like, well, I don't really want to play
Full going first.
Obviously that, and I don't really want to play just like 3 strikes or whatever because I can still brick on that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I chose for just more non-engine, and then the one Judgment just because I already maxed out on engine at this point. Maybe there's an argument to side a second Martin. Possibly.
Sure.
Or maybe I can just take a look, see if there's another search card. But for the most part, I was pretty happy with this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the list. This is the top cut mat, the top cut sleeves, card
Very
troopers in the
nice.
binder.
How many rounds total was it?
14 rounds.
Really? How many times did you win the dice roll? Do you remember?
I don't remember the exact number, but I was going second a lot. Like I would say, if I had to guess, I would say 60-40 losing.
A lot of Yummy Mitsu?
Good amounts, yeah. I think it was 4 or 5 Yummy Mitsus that I played.
Nice.
And like I'm so pretty much, and like with pure Yummy, like I'll just pull that all in.
Sure.
Yeah, so like with pure Yummy, yeah, like I think around 5, possibly 6. So it was that. There was
The Malice guy you mentioned.
yeah. There was I played against 2 Malice players.
Really?
Actually, yeah. Which
Yeah.
it was in this tournament I realized Malice is the worst matchup for this deck. It's very difficult.
That time to realize that. But
So like the biggest problem with that deck is they don't give a fuck about board breakers, and that's how I like to play generally. Anyways.
Sure.
So yeah, like, that's very difficult for that. I don't have enough hand traps post side to really make sure I can stop them.
Yeah.
And
Or none that hurt them at least. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
like so in the future, I would definitely see if I can find some space for Lancias.
Yeah.
Because maybe it is feasible to cut a Dark Ruler just because of everything else I already have.
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't know his Dark Ruler wasn't anything too crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely side Lancias for the future.
Respect Malice.
Yeah, Malice is really scary. Obviously, it kind of helps that it's good in the mirror too. But yeah, for the most part, Malice is rough matchup, so be more prepared for that. Other than that, though, I'm really happy with the list. I felt really prepared. Like as soon as I saw my Dracotail opponents, like I knew I was winning the match against Yummy Mitsu. As long as like just like 1 or 2 things go right, like I should be winning that as well. Right? Like the only times you really lose is when they make the full board and you just have like 5 engine pieces. That's the one of the few times where it sucks to have that many cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, really happy with the events.
For sure, bro.
Yeah,
Any
definitely.
shout outs to anyone?
Yeah, so shout out to the people I went with. Sina, Andrew, my beautiful wife.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that was our crew. And shout out to just all the boys that were there, just from locals and around, all the people you meet.
Yeah.
And shout out to you, Cutie.
Okay, that was kind of weird. All right. Congrats again, brother. You earned it. You're a great player.
Yeah,
awesome.
thank
Hopefully
you.
you continue. Hopefully you win one day.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's the plan.
Awesome, brother. Okay. Team LR's out. Peace, guys.